What's up, everybody? We're in Canada's Wonderland, the Great White North. We're here on like a 12-hour layover on our way to England. I haven't been here in 20 years. I have not been here in 20 years. I'm excited. Ready to check out some roller coasters, see what we could do in this park in like 6 hours. Parking was a nightmare. It started off awful. Giant traffic jam coming in, but let's see if we can have some fun. Just getting into the park, and one thing you notice right away, the entrance here, very, very, very cool. You've got kind of the village kind of thing, but these fountains, and then of course Wonder Mountain in the background. I'm guessing there's some sort of show or something going on. Yep. Either that or that lady killed herself, one or the other, I'm not sure. But here we are, awesome entrance here at Canada's Wonderland. So first ride of the day, we just went on the Wonder Mountain Guardian ride, and this is cool. It's something that's very different. This is the Triotech Dark Ride / roller coaster built into the giant mountain here, and I liked it. Not a perfect ride, but really fun. Very, very, very different. And that's what I like. This is roller coaster 441, so I've been on a ton of them, and I like unique. And you get guns. It starts out, there's a little outdoor roller coaster segment, and then you go inside to a shoot 'em up dark ride screen-based ride segment, and a lot of fun. Not a perfect ride. A couple of complaints. A little on the short side. Animation could have been a little bit brighter and a little bit clearer, but overall, really, really fun. It's got a great ending. And it's very, very unique. So I really enjoyed it. Also got a cool sign. Molly, not as big a fan I think as me, but I also beat her because her score wasn't working. So I had like 400,000 points, and she had zero. Good word of advice here. This is something Toronto Josh, our buddy, told us, is that if the line is back to the lockers, it's about an hour long. So that's as again, you can tell the capacity not so great as it's only 8 people per vehicle, and like this one, the back vehicle is broken. So the line does take a while, but it's a neat ride and very unique. So I give it a thumbs up. You?
It was good. I liked it. It was unique.
Coming at you over in the action zone because we just got off Behemoth, the 2008 B&M hyper coaster. Big old hyper coaster on the side of the park. It's really kind of a scenic ride. You got the water park on the right side of the train, and then on the left side of the train you have this big giant lake. You got to see some fish. There's a really cool kind of canal before the ride. In between that and the back stunt coaster, so kind of a scenic ride and a good ride. I mean, B&M hypers are awesome, and this is no exception. A very, very cool ride. Also wanted to show you guys this because the entrance to the ride is over here. They got a kind of a cool modern looking entrance sign. I didn't even see the entrance sign when we actually first rode the thing. But this big giant line over here is because everyone is in line for a Plinko type game. And it's essentially like old school pinball meets Plinko. Your ball rolls down there, then you end up in any one of these holes here, and you end up with a ride. You don't know if it's going to be a good ride or a bad ride. You get, Flight Deck, Mighty Canadian Mindbuster, Behemoth, Leviathan. And it's kind of interesting because you always see the reaction of people like, oh, good, is it bad? And I really found that kind of neat. We did it 3 times, and our results were mixed. We got Sledgehammer, we got, unfortunately, Flight Deck, and we got Mighty Canadian Mindbuster. So not the A team. Like, we waited 15 minutes for Behemoth. I would have loved for my ping pong ball to land there. It did not. But still, an interesting thing, and it adds that excitement. $5 Canadian. Alright guys, one of the 4 rides I needed to ride here at Canada's Wonderland is this piece right here, the Sledgehammer, and it lived up to the hype. I've seen this thing for years since they built this thing, and I've always like, man, I need to go on this. And I was worried because it's notorious for breakdowns when we were here. We've already seen it broken twice, so I'm really happy we won that Plinko fast lane, and one of them was for this. And it is a wild ride. It's really neat, unique, is the only place you'll find it. And the cool part is it's just that suspense level. You're spinning around like this. You have no idea when this thing is going to go shoot you up in the air, like probably 75, 100 feet. I don't know how big it is. I will say, yeah, it's so cool. One of the times it shot me up there, it kind of punched me right in the jaw, so that kind of hurt. But fun ride, rather unique. And Molly didn't completely hate it.
I didn't get dizzy, and I didn't completely hate it, so that's fun.
That's a win for me. Alright, the ride I was looking forward to most here at Canada's Wonderland is Leviathan. First of all, they got this awesome fountain and giant sculpture out front. This is a gigantic B&M Giga Coaster, 306 feet tall. Not a whole lot of airtime, but an incredible feeling of speed. And they are really one of the fastest roller coasters I think I've ever been on. Great ride. I loved it. Definitely my favorite ride in the park. I'm incredibly fast. We had some very vulgar kids behind us the entire time. If you listen to the podcast, you know I am a vulgar gent, but this is even pushing my limits. They were yelling F her in the P with the full words the entire time. It was just completely ridiculous, inappropriate. And you don't hear me saying that often. Now, I like this. This was my favorite ride we've been on today. Definitely gonna be my favorite ride. Molly, not hers.
It's not. I like Behemoth better. It's a good ride though.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, Behemoth's definitely the airtime ride. This is the speed ride. And then also back there in the park, as you're waiting in the queue, they have go-karts go by. And it's the weirdest thing in the world because the go-karts, they make the guests wear helmets. And it just looks really, really awkward. Just got off the mighty Canadian Mind Buster, an old wooden roller coaster, like I think it's 35, 36 years old. And it's actually kind of neat because it weaves in and out of the water park. So you've got like water slides going on top of you, you duck under a bridge, there's a tunnel, and it's not too rough. It kind of jiggled my balls around, which is kind of obscene, but that's what happened. And but overall, not a bad ride, not a bad ride.
I liked it. It was simple.
Yeah. Again, talking about how pretty Canada's Wonderland is. Another really cool section. This is made much prettier by the removal of the old Togo roller coaster that was here. Replaced with grass, which I think is kind of funny. I imagine it'll probably become water park at some point in the future. But I love, I believe it's the same exact, I think it might be the same exact ride as the Bat at Kings Island. But it looks so much nicer here, running with running with the mountain and all that. And once again, I imagine this has been a relatively new paint job because it does look really, really cool. This is Vortex. And any of those Aerospin coasters are fun. This one's definitely a very fun layout because it's fast. You really get some good flying there. And again, it goes around a lake and a fountain. It's low. Good ride. Very, very pretty. Hey guys, I also wanted to show this off. Just the theming here is so much nicer than you would expect at your average Cedar Fair park. I've been here, I was here a while ago, but I forgot just how nice this place actually is. We're going to the medieval fair area. The medieval fair area, it's got some flat rides. It's also where you can get on Leviathan, the Dragon Fire ride. They got a buffet marketplace, which gets good reviews. I've heard good things. You've also got this awesome, fantastically well-themed theater, where right now they got an acrobat show, but I mean the detail is just awesome. Look at, like, it's really, really cool, way above and beyond what you expect. And then of course you got a great fountain. I'm a sucker for fountains, and this is a really, really cool fountain. And even just the details, like the little stone faces on the bottom, it's just fantastic. You got dragons and scared monks or something, and then up top you got a dude slaying a demon. Like, it's just a really cool, pleasant place to be. One more thing here at Canada's Wonderland I really liked is they got this nice area by the carousel, and they've got a really, really, really pretty big carousel over there. Lots of horses. They've got a great chariot, and then it's in a really neat building with awesome statues on top. Very much like something you would find in like an old European park, not a Cedar Fair park. So this is very, very nice. So here's that really cool chariot I was talking about. These two horses here, these figures are pulling it, and then it's so cool. Give you a shot of the other side of what it looks like, a big comfy seat. Anyway, I think that's really, really neat. Again, very pretty carousel here. And I'm not a carousel guy. And even the building itself, look at the detail on the building. Very neat. Another view more up close here of the dive show pool and Wonder Mountain. Really impressive looking structure, beautiful looking waterfall. And down here they're doing some sort of promotion. I think it's for a charity with a whole bunch of rubber duckies. But this is very, very cool. The dive show here that goes on like once an hour during the day is super cool. So one of my big takeaways from Canada's Wonderland, it's actually a very, very pretty park. Lots of giant trees and lakes, and then they also have this thing over here. Look at this adorable, this is actually a ride you don't see at a whole lot of parks. An adorable like mini train type of ride.
Like a Hanson type of a train?
Yeah. Like really cute. So So another ride I did not know existed here, and this is actually really cool. We walked by and we're like, oh, look, pedal boats. And it's not pedal boats. These little swan boat things, they're on a track system. Very, very interesting.
They're adorable.
Molly approves?
I approve.
All right, you find a lot of the old legacy Paramount parks, Boo Blasters on Boo Hill. But this one, the exterior is really, really nice. It's actually a flat ride I've never seen anywhere. It's very unique here in Planet Snoopy. You guys know what model of flat ride this is? Let me know, because I'm curious. So we got another adorable ride here. Pump the thing to make it go up. But what is wrong with Lucy's neck? Looks like she tried to off herself. Another Cedar Fair classic ride in the kids section. The little helicopter rides, which wonderful, adorable. They take you on a nice tour of the park. Kind of interesting. This one looks like that you load on the ground level, as opposed to a lot of them you have to climb upstairs, which is a lot better for kids, I think. And those are good. That's another winner from. I think that was her favorite ride in all of Kings Island when we were there. Now, that aside, is one of the new rides for 2016. Actually, is in the middle there. That's Flying Eagles, one of the those flying scooter type rides. But you know, these are much cuter. Look at them, little tiny helicopters. I love this. This apparently is a kids ride named Sugar Shack, and he's floating maple syrup on these little cups that spin around like that. Yeah, what an adorable little ride. And I love the logo mascot guy. Yes, welcome to Canada. Part of Canada. Beaver Tails, awesome. They actually have a bunch of really, really cool different menu items. Cinnamon sugar, they've got cookies and Oreo icing, all different stuff. For Drew the Intern, chocolate banana spread. And it's crazy because the food lines here are ridiculous. I don't know if everyone's on a dining plan or if they're just understaffed or what it is, but the food lines everywhere have been absurd. Absolutely absurd. And this one was one that is not too bad. So we went with the Beaver Tail. We got cinnamon sugar. Molly, give it a try. Let's see how this is.
As good as I remember.
Yeah, I like unique snacks at parks, and this is a good one. Guys, wouldn't be a video from Canada without some good old Canadian geese and some fish. There's a massive amount of fish on this bridge. We got another cool little waterfall looking down there towards Vortex, and I guess this is where all the geese live. Some interesting merchandise here in the Behemoth gift shop. I like the giant Behemoth guy, or you could get this ridiculous Behemoth guy hat. And then more traditional stuff, you know, giant mugs, other mugs. Very effeminate roller coaster t-shirts. And then just your general coaster kind of stuff, but I really like the plushies. So we're here at the Great White North Thrill Shop, and we got to show you a couple different things we're going to buy. We're really limited because we got some luggage, but we're going to buy this Canada's Wonderland because it's a plastic tumbler kind of glass, but it's going to work really well for hot tub drinking, and plus it's like $4. I would have bought this too because it's like an engraved, you can see the engraving there, but one, that's a terrible ride, and two, I'm on very limited space, but this was like $2. And then the stuff I really, really like, the stuff I had to have is over here. Also, this is neat. Not necessarily my style, but a nice zip-up jacket. And I'm not a coffee drinker, but this is one of the coolest theme park ones I've seen in quite some time, especially outside of Walt Disney World, where the Behemoth is sort of on the side there. But shirts, I'm going to buy a Leviathan shirt. And I'm going for this one just because it's different. I don't have any of this. It's like an 8-bit style of the Leviathan logo, and I think that's really, really neat. I love the font on the Canada's Wonderland. So going back and forth between that one and the more traditional one. And I figured I'll go a little funky. I don't have an 8-bit shirt, so I'm going to go with that one. And then I had to add this. You know, not a lot of times do you see a theme park flag, and I'm going to buy the Leviathan theme park flag. Molly, where do you want to put that flag in our house?
Don't know.
So I had to flip the camera back on here in the gift shop because what the hell is this? It's the Poop King. And he looks really, really happy. He's got a crap.
He looks awesome.
He's got a crap saver and he's lumpy. This one going in the house?
Nope, not at all.
Well, guys, that'll do it for our time here at Canada's Wonderland. And really kind of mixed opinions on the park for me for the day. Let's start off with the bad stuff. The park was really crowded. Really, really, really crowded. I mean, We waited an hour for Behemoth, an hour for Wonder Mountain's Guardian, an hour and 20 minutes for Leviathan. Like, the lines were really long, and we were here on a Wednesday in August. So, you know, the lines were really, really longer than I expected. I mean, I knew this place was a popular park, and I knew it would probably be busy, but I didn't think it was going to be that busy. We went back and forth on whether or not to buy the fast lane. I opted not to, only because we're only here for like 5-6 hours on a layover. So, you know, I figured if I could come in and get on the 4 rides I really wanted to get on, then I'd be happy, and I got on them, and I'm happy. Let's talk about that. That's really the bad thing. If you're coming here, and you're coming here for a full day, definitely look into those fast lane passes, because it would make your time much, much better. As far as the good, I love Leviathan, I love Behemoth. Wonder Mountain's Guardian was really fun, really different. Also, Sledgehammer was crazy. And the park is beautiful. You know, it's just a very, very nice place to walk around. I don't know if this is a Canada thing or a Canada's Wonderland thing, but they have this weird system where everyone has to use the chip readers for their cards, which I think is fine, but they like give it to you to do instead of doing it themselves. It's very awkward. Then even if you buy something for like $5, you have to sign a receipt, and it causes any transaction to be slower. And not only were the lines for the rides crazy, the lines for the food were ridiculous. I mean, we had one snack. We would have eaten a lot more, but the lines for the food were absurd. But overall, the park looks great, and the park has a lot of shows, which is something you don't see at a lot of Cedar Fair parks. If you were here for all day, I mean, they had a thrill circus and the dive show on Wonder Mountain. Snoopy apparently has a show where he comes out and conducts the fountains. At nighttime, they do a big projection mapping and fountain show. So they have a lot of shows here. They had a thrill circus, and just so that would have been something I like to see, but obviously time did not allow for that. So that's kind of my thoughts. You know, there's good, there's bad. Overall, the park is impressive, just very, very, very crowded. Molly, your takeaways on our adventure here on layover time?
It's a nice park, very pretty park.
Yeah, pretty as Cedar Fair.
Exactly. Yes.
I've been to all of them now. All of them except for Worlds of Fun.
Very, very pretty park. Very crazy. Don't want to see what it is on a weekend.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, summer. Man, like all these queues were filled. What do they do with these people on like a Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah. But overall, very good time. You can fill your day.
Lots of stuff to do.
Even with a quick queue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fill your day completely.
Beautiful kids land too. Gigantic, big kids land. A lot of unique rides in there. And obviously this park has the best collections of flat rides, I think, out of any park in North America. 16 roller coasters, so a great collection. Next time I come, I'll come all day. I'll buy the Flash Pass. I'll stop and have some beers. Tried to buy some beer, tried to do Beer 30, but their credit card reader was broken, and guess what? I don't carry Canadian money. Guys, thank you for watching this one. We have to get going because we have a flight in about 3-4 hours to get out to London town, and I want to stop and get some poutine on the way. So guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you all next time. So guys, if you followed the channel for a while, this was the craziest IAPA interview we ever had. It was the owner and CEO of this company, and I finally made it. I can't wait to try this out. Alright guys, I hope you're not hungry, because you might be hungry after this. Check this thing out. I got the triple pork, so I got sausage, pulled pork, and bacon. Of course, poutine, cheese curds, gravy. It's amazing, and it's a big portion. I mean, this is a lot of food. The box is heavy as heck. Molly, you got pierogi
and bacon.
Pierogi, bacon, and sour cream. It's awesome, guys. Totally recommend this place. In the Canada's Wonderland parking lot, we're parked here in Certified G. And you can't teach that. A lot of cars here.